5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All clear, all clear, all clear. Matt Taggart, Florian Gruber, and Benny Belly up here at the boat with Ollie Bridge, Martin, well, that's not Martin, that's Tony Vodisek. First one to tack over is Florian Gruber. Everyone after yesterday's racing was saying that right-hand side is money. The biggest problem that they were having was finding the ley line over on the right-hand side. They would get over there, be headed, and then tack up onto the lift, and then as they went back into the center of the course on starboard, they started getting headed more and more and more. They felt like if you dug in too far, you'd end up in a little bit lighter breeze, but if you didn't dig in enough, you wouldn't be on the ley line. So it's kind of a gamble. Oh, come on, Roman. We got Roman from Elf Kites out here ripping, and I think that's him. No, it's not. That's not his board. Someone else on a blue Elf Kite, but light blue. Come on. There he goes. Couple boats going out right. Looks like Elena definitely had Florian Gruber go out there, and there are 4 or 5 others. Heading on out. EJ. He's a local guy. He knows what's up. He's been here all winter, and you know he's kind of got the local knowledge going on. A lot of boats tacking off early. So we are almost at a split fleet. That's 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 boats tacking within, you know, what is that, minute and 30 after the start. So they're not even halfway up the beat time-wise, and they're already tacking, and boom, 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 tack, 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 tack. I don't know if they ran into a wall over there. It seems like there's one other rider that's gone all the way over. See how that boat that hung left ends up faring this beat. Right now we have it set for 50 degrees. There's a 50-degree race course, or 50-degree wind direction. 1.0 nautical miles. Yesterday we were doing that in about the same amount of breeze and hitting bang on target times, just around 14 minutes. Once again, we have Benny Geisinger with his drone up in the air. Thanks to him, we are able to view this thing on the World Wide Web, worldwide. Benny has just done a fantastic job. He's got race 1 uploaded, so I guess we're not live right now, so I was gonna say, if you haven't seen it yet, check out race 1. But by now, you're already on race 3. Super cool of him to come out and join us. He's a great guy, got a lot of enthusiasm. He was out foiling the other day. He and the guys from Levitaz and Fly Surfer all travel together. They stay together. It's a great group of people, and we thank them for the support. Thank all the other brands for their support as well. There's plenty of love to go around. We had our I guess our last briefing this morning, our last riders briefing, and it was all love. Everyone was super stoked in the meeting. A lot of thanks, a lot of applause, a lot of laughs. Yeah, it was a good time. We talked about the plans for future events in the Hydrofoil Pro Tour, and stay tuned. We're going to be confirming 2 more events this summer, one in Africa and one in the region of California, USA. But you got all these guys out here, you know, from Levitas, and the guys from Ozone, Dom and Matt, Komet Kiteboarding. Brian Komet's been here all week, sharing his knowledge. He's an awesome sailor himself with a huge resume of regatta victories, and he is a board builder, representing his brand here. And coaching, helping out Riley Gibbs. Riley Gibbs is one of the top guys from the U.S. right now in the Silver Fleet. I think he got a couple seconds yesterday, so super proud of him. Newcomer to the fleet. There are a bunch of newcomers to the fleet, you know, and obviously not newcomers to the kite scene, but we got Elena Kalinina and Tony Vodisek, who's only competed in a couple of these big international events. A lot of the young people coming up, and you know, along with Riley, they're all just young folks, and that's the future of our sport. We're really excited to be able to, you know, encourage them, and I know a lot of the top riders, top team riders are bringing these kids up into the big time. It's really cool to see. So there are a couple of Ozone kites, a Fly Surfer, an F1, and an Elf right in the top. That's what we like to see, high-end competition with, you know, spread among a bunch of brands. But in my view, I've got I've got a pair of binoculars that are really nice, but these kiters are so damn far away. I'm guessing that that's on the two orange kites. It's Ricky and Nico and Maxime, and the fly surfer's got to be Florian. He tacked off the line and went out right, and yeah, I mean, everyone's pretty thinking that was the sweet move. So, boom, 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 tight competition up at the top. 3 boats around, 4 boats around, 5 boats around, 2 Ozones, an F1, an Elf, and a fly surfer. I'm guessing that Elf is either Ollie or Axel Mazzella. Both those guys have been sailing very well in the finals. Now that the breeze is up, things are all evened out.
Are you all wired up today? Mic'd up like you were yesterday?
Dude, I'm straight up wired.
I didn't know you had such fantastic announcing, so let me know when you're going to go. I'm just going to put the button right on it, and everyone's going to hear you do your little dance.
Right on. I'll let you know as they come into the gate. I think I know who those people are, but I'm just kind of shooting spitballs at this point.
Yeah, you got Rico and Nico are on the 2 oranges, and you got Maxime on the yellow.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Rico and Nico and Maxime. I like calling Ricardo Rico. Uncle Rico. We just had Sinbad, Cynthia Brown, sail by the signal boat. She's getting ready for her Silver Fleet start. Sinbad, being the female phenom out here, riding Ozone and Sword, identified herself this morning willingly at the scoring desk as the oldest competitor here at age 54. Although there is someone in there on shore who should be competing, a young man named Chris Glazer. Chris from Vancouver, BC, Squamish, Wind Sports Society. He's a really cool guy. Chris Glazer and Gray and Don Campbell and a few others are, I would probably say, at least in North America, they're the biggest fans of hydrofoil kiteboarding. All of them are hydrofoilers, and all of them are definitely, have enough game to compete here. But they're in the Grandmasters category, and they just want to kind of hang out. And so they're out here foiling and watching and lining up behind everybody on the start and just taking a look. And really stoked to have some fans out here viewing this thing live. It's pretty cool. So everyone's coming in on port, ripping down. Looks like that's Ricky in the front. Yep, that is Uncle Rico. And right behind him looks to be on F1. Doesn't look like Maxime's wetsuit, that bright one that he's got, but maybe, I don't know, maybe it is. There goes Benjamin Petit, the Faster Master, with that aerodynamic top. The very top of his rider profile is quite aerodynamic, similar to mine and many other of the older guys out here. That is Maxime, so it's Ricardo Lachese. That's Maxime, or Ricardo, and then Maxime. Ricardo and Maxime, and then it's Nico Landauer. Right after that is Axel Mazzella. Matt Taggart takes a right-hand turn. He's going to have a go at it over on the right-hand side, or left-hand side. Ollie Bridge in that blue Elf. Florian Gruber on the fly surfer, and then right behind him is Florian Trittel on that black Elf with a couple extra colors. So around that right-hand side, we got Tony Vodasek. He's taking a right-hand turn and going left, along with Adam Withington and Alejandro Clement. Adrian Geislinger, Benny Bully, and who's coming in next? Ooh, that's a strong-looking group. Man, we got game on here today, that's for sure. Really nice breeze right here, stable at 50 degrees. I'm gonna check in with the top mark boat. Mark set, Tanya. This is Robbie, come in.
Yes, Robbie?
Tanya, just want to get a wind shot from you when you have a chance.
050, 10 knots.
Copy, 050, 10 knots. Thank you. We're reading the same down here. Seems pretty stable on the race course. Do you feel like the left-hand side of the course has any disadvantage other than the wind shift? When you're looking down there, can you see any light wind or strange wind over there? Yeah, copy that. I feel like it's even as well. Cool. Thanks a lot for the info. So we got a nice course. It's soft. It's not cranking by any means. These sailors are on, I think there are a couple 18s out here, definitely 15s, many 18s. So what is that? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 9 boats out on the right. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 12, 10 or 12 out on the left. And a couple coming back into that bottom gate. Man, oh man. This is so cool. Another freaking great event. Knock on wood, we'll get this thing done. Tonight, we have a huge party planned where the Withington family has organized a situation of a final feast. And the feast will be goat, birria. Is that how you say it? Birria. Birria. Birria is a special way of cooking goat, and this island right off of the coast here in La Ventana is called Isla Cerralvo, and on Isla Cerralvo there are about 60,000 goats inhabiting the island, they estimate, and no people. Not one person lives on that island, except Juan Martin told me a couple fishermen stay out there overnight. They'll spend 3 or 4 days out there and lessen the commute. I imagine when they're out there, the menu is breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's goat, probably, and fish. Fish and goat. But we had it last year, and it was delicious. It is a very special way of cooking the meat. Here comes Santos Viegas. Santos from 4 Elements Kiteboarding has been kind enough to provide rescue services here this week. He's got 2 jet skis out along with the Punga that is rescuing up at the top mark. And Misael Betancourt from 4 Elements Kiteboarding is on his way up to save Roman. Roman put his kite down a minute ago, and it looks like he is not able to relaunch. I think we were talking about it yesterday, but there are a lot of wet kites. We've had a lot of wet kites here. It's a bit of a bummer. It is a big bummer. I know these kites are expensive, and putting them down in the water is not great for the material. Around the top mark, that's Ricky Ricardo, Uncle Rico, and it looks like Nico got ahead of Maxime on that beat. So I'm not sure what he did strategy-wise to do that. He's probably got some speed, maybe a little bit of tactics, maybe a better angle. But Uncle Rico and Senor Nico are number 1 and 2 right now. Maxime on the F1 kite, and I imagine that the F1 kite right behind him is, I don't know. My binoculars out. Can't see much. Santos Villegas, the man in town. 4 Elements Kiteboarding, look him up. Great destination spot. They also run the La Ventana Wind Fest in January every year. La Ventana Wind Fest is not only course racing and hydrofoil, but also big air, slalom, and the elements of freestyle. One of the best riders at the freestyle contest this year was this local guy. Man, he's going so freaking fast. A couple locals won the freestyle contest this year against some big names. I don't know if it's that local wind they're used to or if it's just all the training they can do here in La Ventana, but you know, during the windy season, it's always windy. It's really nice. A little bit of a cloudy haze out on the left-hand side of the course. Striations across the sky. Catherine Dufour coming out for her Silver Fleet Racing. Catherine from Canada, Quebec. Catherine says she's thinking about going to the next event in Kylery. I guess in Kylery they're having some sort of championship for Formula Kite in May. So we're glad that the hydrofoil calendar is filling up. Be interested to see what other events pop up from the other tours. IFKO and the IKA. We're encouraging everybody to get out there and do all those events, and when they want to do those events, they can come on back here and do our events as well. Ricardo Lechese coming around on starboard. He is jibed for the gate. And right now we are about 15 minutes.
Hit me with names if you'd like. You got the first group, of course, but you know.
Yeah, right on. That's Ricardo Lechese, followed by Nico Landauer, Maxime Nocher, and what do we got? Who that? Who that? Oh, that's Axel Masella. He is on a F1 kite, of course. Then we've got on the blue kite, that's Florian Trittel. And on the black kite, that is Ollie Bridge. So man, that's quite a group. They're looking pretty good. It's a lot of damn high-end sailors. Really stoked to see that. So my target times are OFF. For some reason, that was a really long race. Tanya, this is Robbie. Come in.
Yes, Robbie.
Yeah, Tanya, I wanted to let you know that after the last sailor comes across your top mark, I would like to bump the top mark down to 0.90. Over.
Copy that. On our way.
Thank you. So coming into the finish now is Tony Vodisek, followed by Florian Gruber. Oh man, what happened to Florian? He must have put his kite down or something. Florian Gruber, then Adrian Geislinger, then Adam Withington, Matt Taggart, Alejandro Clement, Alejandro, and Benny Belli to round out that top 10 or so. All right, well, stand by for the next Gold Fleet race. This is the Hydrofoil Pro Tour 2016, stop number 1, La Ventana, Mexico. Stay tuned.